What's good? What's next for Lucas? Like, what's the next step for him now after a game like
Consistency. I think that's the most important thing with Lucas. He's a talented young man. He's got some of the skills that the NBA is going to, and today his is consistency and doing it for weeks at a time, months at a time, and every day. Because again, we all know, you saw last night how talented and how much he can have an effect on the game.
Is he a guy that you have, like, does he need a little more coddling or talking to, or more than the next guy? Just because, like, it just seems like he just doesn't seem to get out there quite often.
Well, again, you know, there's different ways to approach each player. I mean, whether you put your arm around him, coddle him, kick him in the butt. You know, it's a little bit of everything with Lucas, because he's, you know, he's a very jovial young man and very intelligent young man, and you know, so it takes a lot of different approaches with Lucas, and I promise you, we've used them all.
What stage are you at with him right now?
Well, he's in great shape. I mean, there's no stage, there's no doghouse, there's no. God does his job, he's going to play. He's going to get his opportunities to play. Like all of our guys, if you go in and play like you did last night, you're going to get an opportunity to go out and produce, but you got to be consistent when you do it.
Did you see Norm last night when the ball finally went through the hoop for him, and he come running back up the court and he kind of said a little prayer there?
Oh no, you know, I was glad to see the ball go in for him. But again, as a young player in the league, fourth-year player, whatever he is, there's other things you can do to have an effect on the game other than shooting the ball. And I think we put so much emphasis on making shots today because you work so hard at it, and Lord knows Norm has worked hard on his individual game. And there's other ways he can help us, whether getting, you know, diving on the floor for loose ball, shutting the guy we're giving him, shutting him out, rebounding, passing the ball. There's a million other things you can do. So let's concentrate on those also, other than just make or missing a three-point shot. Because everything, you know, there's, you know, especially for young guys, we have enough scores. We got some guys that are big-time scorers. So until your shot comes around, do the dirty work, do the hard stuff hard.
Dwane, I guess this could be a positive problem, but whenever you're finally healthy, how difficult are some of these guys making it on you?
Not difficult at all, Eric. There's not delivered. No, they make those decisions. You do your job consistently, and I think we've shown that you're gonna be rewarded with it. So that's the key thing. If those guys are consistent and doing what they're doing on a consistent basis, they're going to get opportunities, and that's what this league is about. You can't just do it one night and say, okay, I've arrived, or I've proved myself, or I've earned it. You've got to do it days at a time, weeks at a time, months at a time in this league. And I'm really, really proud of the way our young guys are progressing or growing or improving. But that doesn't mean they've arrived yet. There's going to be ups and downs, and trying to build that consistency with young players is probably one of the hardest things to do in sports.
It seems like we've been talking about this arguably since you got here in Toronto. How difficult is it to win and develop at the same time?
Very difficult, because again, you know, like last night, OG made a lot of mistakes, but he did a lot of mistakes hard, and he made winning plays. Now, you can't go in as a young player and make losing mistakes, you know, pass the ball away and not jog back on transition defense. He doesn't do that. He does a heck of a job of making up for his mistakes by making the next play a winning play. So that's what young players should watch him and use him as an example, and not hang your head if you miss a shot. He doesn't hang his head because he misses a three-point shot. He goes down and makes the defensive play. And that's what you got to get, the mindset you have to have as a young player. There's a million other things I can do to help us win other than making a shot.
And I wasn't just referring to OG.
No, I know.
Pascal and Jakob.
All of them.
I mean, they're all young still.
All young guys. So, you know, making winning plays helps you win. And that's fortunately and luckily that's what our young guys do. They're making winning plays. Are they making mistakes? Yes, but they still come back and make positive, having a positive impact on the game.
Dwane, what worked so well with that second unit? A bunch of young guys, with some starters in there at times, but that second quarter, what happened in terms of what they were able to execute?
Well, defensively, they had active hands. We were doing some different things with different players. Whether we were switching, they stayed disciplined on the switches we were going to. We were sending players in certain directions. They were disciplined in that. So I thought the discipline and attention to detail was very solid in the second quarter. We had, I don't know, 15 to 20 deflections, which is huge in a quarter. So A lot of attention to detail, things they did right, with intensity, with hustle, with a sense of purpose, and that's where you have to play when you're a young player.